Katrina's Creations Crafting Podcast. This is episode 117. If you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back each week. If you're a new viewer and just checking me out, please consider subscribing. It's the little red button down below. If you click that and click the little bell icon next to that, you will get notifications anytime I post a video, which is always on Saturdays, usually on Wednesdays, and sometimes several times more during the week, like it has been this week, because it has been the week of yarn enabling. I'll explain that. When I finished last Saturday's podcast, first Kimberly of Yarn Addict, aka Kalo, contacted me and said, "Did you realize that Hobium is having a 20% off sale?" And my radar went ding, 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 ding. And so, I had to go check it out. And of course I bought something. And then Lisa Barboza contacted me and said, "Have you tried the Hobium Yarn yet?" Which comes from, I believe, Denmark. She says, "They're having a sale too." And I went, "Oh," once again, radar, ding, ding, ding. So I went over and bought that. And then Mary Wanamaker contacted me and said, "I'm going to be in Massachusetts this weekend and I'm going to Webb's. Would you like me to get you anything and ship it to you?" And I was like, oh, Webb's. Webb's, in case you weren't familiar with it, I went to there last summer. It is a huge yarn outlet. It's called America's Yarn Store. And yeah, it's like one big store, and then you walk to the back where it's a warehouse of things that are like 50% off. But I was good. I told her if I hadn't already bought 2 shipments of yarn earlier in the week, I would have taken her up on it. So thank you again so much for thinking of me, Mary. But my pocketbook couldn't do 3 things of yarn shopping in 1 week. So, But we'll get on to my things I've bought. If you saw my Hobium haul earlier in the week, you'll see what I got from Hobium. My hobby yarn has not come in yet. That should be in the next week or so. So let's get started. I have 2 finished objects. Here's my first one. It is my butterfly shawl. There you can see the little butterflies. This is a crochet pattern. It is a free pattern. It's called the Butterfly Stitch Prayer Shawl. And it's kind of kerchief shaped. So it would go around my neck like this. It's not enough to go around my neck and hang like around this direction, because you can see there's not that much left. However, I can tie it lightly in the back and it will be perfect. This is a lightweight. It was made with the Queensland cassowary yarn. So that is my first finished object. Then, if you remember last week, I showed you the ugly elf slippers. We now have the revised ugly elf slippers. They're only semi-ugly elf slippers. This is some yarn. It's 100% wool. I spun this several years ago. It's been sitting in a tub, and I ran across it when I was doing my yarn reorganization the other week. So I reknitted these, or I revised my knitting pattern for these. So your foot goes in here, and they have pointy toes, so they still end up looking like elf shoes. But they're comfortable, and they keep my feet warm. So I am going to felt these because they are 100% wool, and these are still a little bit too big for me. One of the few small things about me is my feet. So yes, and I wear socks like all the time around the house because my feet get cold. So yeah, those are my semi-ugly elf slippers. And you can see this was variegated, and at the very end of the yarn, all I had left was red. So yeah, they're not going anywhere in public, but they'll be comfortable to put on my feet and run around the house. So that is my second finished object. Now let's get on to my works in progress. I showed you my basket wave pattern that I had designed last week, and that I was going to make some modifications to it, because in all honesty, when I looked at the shape, it reminded me of a blimp. It was started narrow and went out, but it didn't go at the angle. I kind of wanted it more triangular, kind of like this, and instead it kind of looks like this. It looks like a Zeppelin. So anyway, we decided to change that a little bit. So let me show you how far I've gotten with the revised version of the basket wave. Last week I was doing this in blue, and this was the dark blue. This is all I have left of the first color. And this is Sweet Georgia Tough Love Sock Minis. There's 5 of them. So this is the darkest color. It's called Sapphire. The color I am now just starting is called Bluebird. There, you can see a little bit better. Bluebird. And here is the one end of it. The main color with this is Carlton Silky Aran Weight, and it is extremely soft. And I got this from my local yarn store. So the main color is white, and then I'm doing the blue, and you can see it's narrow here. And if you remember the pattern from last week, the main color was almost twice as wide. I've changed that so it's narrower than the shades of blue that are going up through it. So there it is, and here's what the first pattern looks like. And you can see last week, there's my stitch marker. So I went all the way up through the blue, all the way through this white section, and now I am into the blue again. So that is the revised pattern, and we'll see if that one works out right before I send it out to some test knitters. The other project I am making is the Flax Light Sweater by Tin Can Knits. And I did put up a tutorial for the beginning part of the sweater. However, by the time I started doing the tutorial, I was already into the yoke of the sweater. So the first in the series of tutorials, I kind of summarized how I'd gotten to where I was at. So this is the collar where it starts. And this is where I was at last week. Oh, there you can see right there. So I have knit about 1.5 inches. The gold in this is Hobium Yarn, and the variegated is a hand-dyed that I got at the Maryland Sheep and Wool Festival. This is what the increases look like along the sleeves. You can see it right through here. And the sleeves have a textured pattern to them. They are garter stitch. And the main part of the body is done in stockinette. So there will be another video tutorial for the next section because I have a little bit more to go before I separate for the sleeves. So I'm hoping that will be up later this week. Probably around Thursday or Friday is my goal to have that up at that point. And I will show you how to do that, how to separate for the sleeves. It is knit from the top down, and you separate for the sleeves, knit the rest of the trunk of the sweater, or the body of the sweater, and then you go back and do the sleeves to that. So that is my work in progress. So you might be wondering, well, what am I going to do for my next crochet project? I am going to attempt amigurumi, and I bought some things in my acquisitions. When I get to that, I will show you what I got. I'm hoping to make some of those little teeny amigurumis, little small stuffed animals that are made with crochet or knit. I'm going to try it with crochet. There's a lady in our Knit Night group, Lisa, who makes the most adorable ones for her nieces and nephews, and it kind of gave me the incentive to try it. So I'm going to do that. So let's move on and take a look at what you all are making. So now on to, I did want to make you aware that we do have a new podcaster in our midst. Her channel is called Red Gingerbread. If you want to check it out, she has a few videos, and she told me she just ordered some Hobium yarn and she's going to video it when hers comes in. So you might be watching for that, so you can check out her Hobium haul. So now let's go on to our acquisitions, and I'll show you what I got. I did not bring it up with me, but I will insert a picture. That is from my local yarn shop, and that's the Creative View, and that is some cotton that I bought to make my amigurumi with. It is a Tote yarn, so it is 100% cotton. So I bought that, and in my Hobium haul, I got some little eyeballs, and I will insert that picture as well. So I'm going to put those together and make some cute little critter of some sort. If you would like to see the Hobium haul, you can click on the link right here and it will take you to it. So let's get started. What else I got from Hobium? I bought 2 other items. Well, I guess you'd say 20 other items, because I bought a pack of 10 skeins of yarn. And it is the Gazelle baby wool. It is a MCN, which means it's a merino cashmere nylon mix, and it's extremely soft. There is 191 yards in each ball, and that color is pretty true to color. It's called navy, but it's kind of a cross between a navy and a sapphire, and it is a fingering weight. So I have 10 balls of that. And then I bought some in the red. This is called Claret, I guess after the wine, but it kind of has a crimson color. So there it is. So they're going to be sweaters somewhere in the future. And then my knit crate came in, and again, I have a video up for that if you want to see it. It's right up here. You can click that link. It'll take you to it. And from Knit Crate, I got Vitalana. It is a worsted weight. The color is called Dawn Blush. It's 100% Peruvian Highland wool, and there's 201 yards in each skein, and I get 2 skeins. I get the membership box. They offer several different boxes. The one I get is the membership box, which always includes 2 skeins of yarn and 3 patterns. And it comes with a little book like this. And there is a crochet pattern, a knit pattern, and then there's also a sock pattern. So the other color that I could have gotten was called Whiskey, and the crochet pattern was this hand muff, which I think is cute, but I don't tend to just sit with my hands idle very often. So for me, it looks cute, but I would probably not use it. The other one is a cowl, and here it is, and this is a knitted one, and this is probably the one I will make, because I really do like that. And then it has a sock pattern in here as well. Now the box that I get, here's the sock pattern. The box that I get, the membership one, is $24.99 a month, and that includes your shipping. And like I said, 2 skeins of yarn and 3 patterns. So it's a pretty good deal. And if you want to try Knit Crate out, you can get 20% off of your very first box. The link is down below. You must use the coupon code Katrinascreations20 to get that discount. So if you put that in there, that will give you your discount, and you can try out Knit Crate for 20% off. They have other boxes. They have a cheaper box, which is just a sock box, which is 1 knitted pattern and 1 skein of yarn. I think that's the cheapest box they have, and I think they go up from there. So there's several to choose from, but you can check them out and use the coupon code for any of them. So that was my acquisitions for this week. And like I said, the hobby yarn is still coming, so when it comes, I will film it and put it up. But I don't know that it's going to be here this week. It might be next week when it comes in. So we will have to see. So lastly, this is going to be a relatively short podcast today. This is actually my second time filming it because the first time I recorded over top of it by accident. Anyway, on we will go. So in the Come and Get It section this week, we have Annie's is running a clearance sale on their Tote cotton, which is like the cotton that I inserted the picture that I got at my local yarn shop. So anyway, they are running a sale on their Tote cotton. They also have a yarn. It's called Omega Soul, and it's running for $2.99. It's gorgeous yarn. It's really, really pretty. Worth checking out. So that is Annie's, and the links to all of these are down below. I am an affiliate for them, so I do get a small commission out of any of the sales, which helps support the channel. So the next thing is Bluprint, which is the old Craftsy. It's just Craftsy's new name. They are selling Lorna's Laces worsted weight yarn. Lorna's Laces is a hand-dyed company. So they're selling skeins of Lorna's Laces in the worsted weight for $13.20. They also have Bernat Satin on sale for $2, Bernat Softy Chunky for $2.96, and Bernat Super Value for $2.99. Consumer Crafts, which is sort of like AC Moore or Joann's or Hobby Lobby, it's that type of a place. They are selling their Doris Silky Soft starting at $1.25. And the Lily Sugar and Cream, which is what you make your dishcloths and things out of a lot of times, they're starting at $1.57. Now, Knit Picks is having a super good sale this week. It only runs until midnight on January 30th. That's U.S. time, January 30th. They are running a flash sale on select yarns up to 75% off. Yes, 75% off some of the yarns. So definitely worth checking out. Lion Brand is offering 20% off of their luxury yarns. They're also offering 20% off of the crochet kits that use those specific luxury yarns. So those are up for grabs. And Hobium, which I already showed you, which had a really good sale, they also are selling Lamia Wool Easy. It's a 20% wool and 80%, I think it's viscose. They are selling it for anywhere from $2.29 to $2.71. So that is something to check out. So I guess that is it for this week. We are going to have a lot of videos up to check out. We will hopefully have the Tin Can Knits Flax Light tutorial probably Thursday or Friday is the goal. Wednesday we have a very special video. I just, before filming here, I was at my local yarn shop and the owner and I did an interview together, and she did a tour of her shop. You saw a little taste of that shop a couple weeks ago, but this one's a little bit more in-depth tour by the owner herself, and she and I sit down and have a chat, and she shows you all kinds of different yarns and different projects that have been made with those yarns. So it's really interesting and fun. It's a fun chatting session. So that will be up on Wednesday. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And Catherine is that's the owner of the yarn shop. She is in the process of putting together her own podcast. So I will keep you posted with that. I know it's going to be called something with the Creative You, because that's the name of the shop. But when I get more details, I will let you know so you all can go over and check out her new channel when it is up and running. So that is it for this week. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again on Wednesday.